What's up, YouTube? It's Brett James back again with another video. And today, man, I got my 5 bold predictions for this NBA's 2021 season. I know we're only really about 2 weeks into the season, but I got some takes for y'all, and I want to hear what y'all got to say, baby. Let's stop wasting time, man. Let's hop right into this video. My first bold prediction is going to be that the Atlanta Hawks are going to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, to a lot of people, the Atlanta Hawks, yes, while they did improve on paper, I truthfully believe that this Hawks team is actually built to win a championship now. Trae Young, coming out of college, was seen as just a shooter, and honestly, he has ascended into an MVP caliber player that could lead a team to the playoffs, which is what I believe is going to happen this year, and I think that they can make an Eastern Conference Finals run. If they get lucky enough and they stay healthy throughout the duration of the season and throughout the playoffs, and maybe some lucky things happen for them in the playoffs, I think that they could have a shot at the finals. I know I might be getting ahead of myself right now, but this team, like I said, is built to win right now in today's modern NBA. You look at their guys, you have obviously got Trae Young leading the way. You got young stars like DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish as well. You've got shooters across the board like Bogdanovich as well, Kevin Huerter. You got a nice point guard off the bench in Goodwin. You got Fernando coming off the bench. Of course, you got Capella in the middle. This team right now is built to win, and of course, I cannot forget that young man, John Collins, as well. A young ascending star as well with Trae Young. This Atlanta Hawks team, I promise you right now, is built to win. I don't think it's that crazy of a take. Let's move on to my hot take number 2. I've got the Brooklyn Nets are gonna win the NBA championship. Now, look, I was one to say that the Brooklyn Nets are probably even going to be hesitant to make it past the Eastern Conference Finals before the season had started, because we did not know what Kevin Durant's health was going to be like. We didn't know how he was going to play. And obviously the chemistry issues with Kyrie Irving as well, we'd seen in the past couple years. He hasn't been as great of a teammate as we'd have liked him to be. But I think the Brooklyn Nets, after I've seen the way that they can play when they play to their full potential and max strengths, this team is unbeatable if they are healthy. No team in the NBA, as the teams stand right now, are going to beat this Brooklyn Nets team in a 7-game series come the playoffs or the NBA Finals if they are healthy. This team is just too good, and I truthfully believe that they would beat the Lakers if they were to match up with the Lakers in the NBA Finals. Now, my third bold prediction is going to be that the Utah Jazz make the NBA Finals. Some of you guys want to say that's a little bit biased, and you know what? I'll be honest. A little bit of that is biased. I'll be completely honest. But here is what I am going to say, though. The Utah Jazz are absolutely loaded as well. You've got 2 All-Stars in Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. We saw what Donovan did, putting up historic numbers in the NBA bubble last year, setting playoff records, him and Jamal Murray. Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert are both top 20, top 15-like players in this league. They are young ascending stars as well. And then, of course, you've got a 6th Man of the Year candidate in Jordan Clarkson, a great bench guy, helping come in, provide some spark once in a while. You've got Mike Conley, who has looked great throughout the beginning of this season, averaging over 20 points per game. You get Bogdanovich back and healthy in this lineup, a 20-point per game scorer as well, a lights-out 3-point shooter as well. And then, of course, you've still got solid rotation pieces as well, like Joe Ingles, Royce O'Neal, Derek Favors. Quinn Snyder's a great defensive-minded coach. Even though he could improve a little bit offensively on some of his sets, this Utah Jazz team is absolutely loaded, and if they get the right matchups as well in the playoffs, I think they have a chance to upset some teams. And look, I think that they would have been in the conference finals last year in the bubble if it wasn't for Bogdanovich having wrist surgery, having to miss the playoffs. They were up 3-1 on that Denver Nuggets team, who eventually went to the conference finals, and of course they didn't have Bojan Bogdanović. Big loss to that team. The Utah Jazz are hungry and ready to prove that they are ready to take that next step, especially after Mitchell and Gobert both got those contracts. They want to prove their worth to the Jazz organization and to the NBA as well. I got the Jazz making the NBA Finals as my bold prediction number 3. My bold prediction number 4 is going to be Jason Tatum wins the MVP. As of right now, I would probably say Luka Doncic is my MVP candidate. We've still got so much of the NBA season to be played out as well. I just think Luka's the best fit. Of course, you got guys like James Harden, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and a handful of others that are, of course, going to be in the mix. We saw Steph Curry drop 62 on a career high last night versus the Portland Trail Blazers, but I got Jason Tatum being a bold prediction to win MVP. We see Jaylen Brown, his counterpart, and the young pieces that they've got in Boston are absolutely playing out of their mind. Even though the Celtics record isn't that great, I still think the Celtics are a pretty good team. Jaylen Brown has been playing phenomenal, but Jason Tatum is still the franchise player for the Boston Celtics as well. And I think as things continue to heat up throughout the season, Jason Tatum will get back on track. We saw him hit that game winner versus the Detroit Pistons as well. Good luck from him. Jason Tatum is still an absolute baller, and I've got him winning MVP this year as my bold take. My fifth and final bold take for this NBA season is going to be the fact that the Toronto Raptors are going to miss the playoffs. I'm not talking about the fact that the Raptors are sitting at 1-4 right now. They're sitting in the 14th seed in the Eastern Conference. There is still so much season to have been played, but I just think that the losses of Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka on this team are going to prove to be significant as well. The Raptors still have good pieces like Siakam and Lowry as well. Of course, they retained Fred VanVleet. They've still got that championship caliber heart and mentality. Nick Nurse is still a great coach, but this team really doesn't have what it takes to at least get over the hump, at least this year with the roster that they have in place. They could be a 7 or 8 seed as well. I see them being a lower playoff seeding team if they were to make it, but I'm just going to go out and say that they're not making the playoffs this year. The Eastern Conference is a much improved conference, and they look a lot stronger than in years past. Give me the Toronto Raptors missing the playoffs this year. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support and feedback as always. Make sure you guys go follow me on my socials on Instagram and in TikTok. I'll link those down below as well. I'm very active on TikTok and I'm trying to get that up. So if you guys could go and support me, that would be great. Like I said, I'll link to those down in the description as well. You guys could just like, share, and subscribe down below. It only takes a second and it really helps me and the channel out a lot. Let me know some bold takes you guys got down in the comments down below as well. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much, and I'm out, boys. Peace!